What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here to talk about who the fighter of the year of 2024 should be. I was gonna title this who should be the MVP of the UFC in 2024, but I don't want to confuse people. NBA heads know what I'm talking about. This is my top 5 people that I believe are in the running to be classified as the fighter of the year based on who they beat, how active they were, the accomplishments that they had, what they did for the UFC as a sport, as a company, for the fans. All of that stuff is taken into account, okay? I'm going to go from 5 up to who I believe is the fighter of the year. And some of my selections might shock you. Some of you guys might completely agree with my list. Let's get into this. Before we start, I want to give an honorable mention to Joaquin Buckley. 4 fights this year. He's going to be top 6, 7 ranked if he beats Colby Covington, which I think he will. He's been extremely active. He's been exciting on social media. I also want to mention Petr Yan. He's undefeated in 2024. How fucking good is that to say, dude? Undefeated in 2024. 2 great performances and wins. He's back in title contention after a losing streak. Shout out to Petr Yan. Also want to shout out my boy Bilal. Remember the name. Bro. I should be fucking MVP, bro. I'm literally better than Jokic and Jordan and LeBron and all these guys, bro. Bilal Muhammad won the fucking belt off Leon Edwards, dude. That's number 1. He saved us from Mumblemouth, who's, yeah, bro, I want to come back December, bro. You know, I'll come back next January, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I'll come back next June, bro. You know what I mean? Saved us from Leon Edwards, dominated Leon Edwards, became top 5 pound for pound in the year of 2024, but they are not on my list, dude. Coming in at number 5, I'm glad you asked, dude. I wish this was Brian Ortega right now, bro, but it's not, dude. I'm putting Diego Lopes at number 5 on my fighter of the year list because thinking about what this guy actually accomplished in 2024, I gotta give him some fucking props, dude. He's been exciting as fuck. He's been very active. He's had 3 fights this year, and he went from unranked to number 1 contender in the division outside of Alexander Volkanovski. Think about that, dude. He went in there with the marauder of the division, Dan Ige, on about 3 hours notice, which I have to actually give no bullshit, like genuine props to. Sadiq Youssef got him up out of there too, and obviously he he sent my boy Brian Ortega back to the lobby. You know what I'm saying, dude? He had, it's part of the storyline, dude. But yeah, Diego Lopes, 3 very impressive wins this year. Going from unranked to number 1 contender, being a big star in the weight class. The UFC loves this guy. The fans love this guy. You have to put Diego Lopes in this conversation. I'm putting him in at number 5 on my MVP ladder for the year of 2024. Coming in at number 4. Hey, one more thing, you guys. Hey, I'm so happy to be here, guys. And can I say quickly, guys? And oh my fucking god, bro. I have to give Merab props 2 days in a row, bro. 2 days in a row, I have to be nice to Merab. Don't ever call me biased again, because I'm putting this fucking guy at number 4 on my fighter of the year of 2024 list. Because even though I find Merab extremely fucking annoying, I'm praying that we get him up out of there in January against Umna. I do have to give this guy some props. Beating Henry Cejudo and Sean O'Malley. Dude, imagine losing to Merab, bro. Schmidt, imagine me losing to freaking Merab, bro. Beating Cejudo and O'Malley in the same year and becoming a champion and doing what he did at the Sphere is an MVP-worthy year. I have to give him props for that. He performed very well against O'Malley. He performed very well against Cejudo. He didn't even have to really fight Cejudo. The fact that he did and beat him and then went in there against O'Malley, and we all know that the UFC and most of us wanted O'Malley to win that fight by KO and have this big moment at the Sphere. The fact that he went in there on pretty much enemy territory and mogged Sean O'Malley, I have to give Merab his fucking flowers. I have to give him props. I do wish that he didn't spend 30 minutes trying to climb the virtual screen on the Sphere. And yeah, hey guys, and I'm so happy with this. I construction worker, but I don't know how they build this Sphere. I try to climb and I break screen, but that aside, the year that Merab has had, give this guy some fucking props. And I also respect that this year he signed to fight Umar Nurmagomedov. I genuinely thought he was going to duck Umar. The fact that he agreed to that, respects. I'll put him in at number 4, okay? Now we get to the top 3, and I feel like everyone's top 3 is pretty much the same this year. The only difference might be the ordering, and I feel like this is the order that's going to be least contentious. Coming in at number 3, mate, I didn't say I'm the MVP of the year. I just said I'm in the conversation. Okay, I didn't say I'm the greatest fighter of 2024. I just said I'm in the conversation, mate. Totally, completely different, bro. Okay? If this was Gaslighter of the Year, I'd be giving this to Dricus du Plessis. I'd be putting him at number 1 on my list of Gaslighter of the Year, but I'm going to throw him in it here at number 3 for my MVP kind of candidates for 2024. 2 wins this year. Beat Sean Strickland. Very controversial decision, but still beat Sean Strickland as the champion. That's impressive. Won the belt. That's a big deal in the year of 2024. And then you defend the belt against Israel Adesanya, kind of on enemy territory, I would say. I don't know, though. It's kind of neutral ground. No one in Australia really fucking likes Izzy. I feel like that we're actually more fans of Dricus, to be honest. But goes in there, finishes Israel Adesanya with one of the goofiest, funniest fights of 2024. I have to give this guy his props, man. He's one of the most entertaining UFC fighters. In my opinion, he's the best champion we have in the UFC, based on the fact that he will fight pretty much anybody. He's going to goof it up. He's going to be slipping and sliding around like someone poured fucking baby oil in the octagon. And then he's going to get made. I didn't say anything disrespectful. I really respect Israel Adesanya. He's a great fighter. I've never said anything. You pull up a video of me ever disrespecting him. You won't find it, mate. So I don't know why he's so upset. I don't know why he's crying, but respects to Israel. I hope he can get over it. Same with Sean. I don't know why he's crying. Dricus du Plessis deserves to be in the conversation. I think beating Sean Strickland and Israel Adesanya in the same year, on top of the fact that these 2 fights were pretty hyped up. Like, he put a lot of work in the promotional side. He's one of the best trash talkers in the UFC. Dricus du Plessis has become a very big star in 2024. He's very entertaining on the mic, in the octagon, active, great fighting style. You have to put this guy in that conversation. I'm going to put him at 3 because I think there's 2 guys that have done a little bit more in terms of star power, performances, like the resume. I think Dricus is close, but I think these guys are slightly above. And I'm just going to say this right now. I think this is where most people would disagree with me. I don't think Alex Pereira is the fighter of the year of 2024. I have him at number 2 on my list. I don't think Alex is the MVP of 2024. Now, I understand why people say that he is. People saying this guy should be pound for pound number 1. Please get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. I don't even know who I'm trying to be right now. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that, bro. This guy is not the fucking pound for pound number 1 in the UFC, but he's borderline fighter of the year for the year that he's had. The reason that I don't have him at number 1 is because I understand that he saved us from a Juliana Pena main event, which I fuck with heavily. Thank you, Alex Pereira. Obviously, me and Pereira bros, we've met each other. Real ones remember. But let's be real, dude. Beating Jamal Hill, who was ranked number 7, then beat Glover Teixeira on short notice. And other than that, his best win is fucking Jimmy Crute or Thiago Santos when he's old, right? And now starting a beef with him to fight him again, which I think is listen, I know we all love making fun of Jamal Hill, but it's clear in the video Jamal Hill is saying, let's make some money, let's fight each other again in the octagon. And Alex Pereira is throwing the gloves at his feet and trying to, and I feel like this whole video got put out to promote Pereira and Jamal Hill having a rematch, which I think is crazy. And I swear to God, if they duck Big Ank and we get Pereira versus Hill too, will people call out Alex Pereira the same way we were all calling out Merab and the same way we're calling out John Jones? I don't know, dude, but I feel like we should if he ducks Big Ank and fights Jamal Hill again. But regardless of that, beating Jamal Hill, right? Beating Yuri Pasco, who you already beat last year on short notice, and Khalil Roundtree, whose best win is Anthony Smith. And let's be fucking real here on top of that. So those are the 3 guys he beat. I understand that he saved 2 pay-per-views, headlined UFC 300, big superstar. That is definitely worthy of being fighter of the year. I can definitely understand people having him at number 1. The reason that I don't is because of the resume of the people that he's beat. I think these are not as good of wins as the guy who you know is number 1, right? I don't even think these wins are as good as what Dricus du Plessis did this year. Borderline not even as good as what Merab did this year, but I'll give it to Pereira because he finished all 3 of them and he defended the belt 3 times and he had all these big pay-per-views. But what I'm going to say about the Khalil Roundtree win, which some people took and put Pereira pound for pound number 1 and said, that's it, dude, Pereira's fighter of the year, bro. It was a great fight. I just think that if Bilal Muhammad or fucking Merab had fought the number 8 contender, who even is the number 8 contender? All right, let's put this into context, all right? If Merab had fought Rob Font, I'll say Rob Font, like, or Song, no, you know what, yeah, if Merab had fought Song Yadong, or Bilal Muhammad had fought, I won't say Burns because he's already 50-45, Joaquin Buckley, right? If either of those guys had fought those guys and were down 2-1 Even though there's another guy in the division that should have got the title shot that didn't. For whatever reason, that guy didn't fight for the belt and they fought someone ranked number 8 instead with no real good wins and claims to the title shot. And they were down 2-1 and got dropped in that fight. I don't think they would be getting the praise that Pereira is getting. I think, when Pereira won that fight, oh my god, bro. Dude, Pereira's fucking goated. Holy shit, dude. Pound for pound number 1, bro. This guy's fighter of the year. If that happened to fucking Merab or Bilal, let's be fucking real here, dude. Dude, this guy fucking struggled with fucking number 8 rank, dude. This guy got dropped by the number 8. You know that's a fact. You know that, bro. You know that's a fact. So, Alex Pereira, I believe, deserves some glaze. A decent amount of glaze. Like a decent little glaze that'll dribble off the fucking donut. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't think he's fighter of the year. I think that beating Jamal Yeri on short notice and Khalil Roundtree, who didn't deserve a title shot, I don't think that's as impressive as... I can't believe I have to say this, dude. I think Ilia Topuria is the fighter of the year of 2024. I think what Ilia Topuria has done this year is one of the greatest feats in UFC history, let alone 2024. Any other year, if Ilia Topuria didn't exist, and my mental health was still intact with Max Holloway not getting KO'd and Volk not getting KO'd, right? Alex Pereira would obviously be the number 1 fighter of the year of 2024. But I think you have to give it to Ilia Topuria, bro. Beating fucking Volkanovski and Max Holloway back-to-back by KO. Someone put this in context on the broadcast. It would be like if there was a light heavyweight that KO'd John Jones and DC back-to-back in the same year. It's fucking insane. It is fucking insane. It's like if someone KO'd Khabib and Charles Oliveira back-to-back in 2 fights in 1 year. I'm sorry. That is fighter of the year. And if you want to talk about star power as well, I feel like Ilia Topuria is reaching superstar status as well. I think Pereira is obviously a bigger star, but KOing Volk and Max back-to-back, there's a million memes about it. This was a big deal. Sergio Ramos, I believe, some random fucking FIFA 55 overall character was there. He accumulated GOAT status. He had a huge pay-per-view with 308. He is borderline heading towards being one of the greatest fighters in UFC history. There are some minor asterisks next to the wins over Volk and Max, like Volk was coming off a KO, pretty short notice. Max was coming down from 155, but I'm not going to use those excuses. I genuinely believe that beating pretty much prime Volk and Max Holloway by KO back-to-back is a better feat than anything that Alex Pereira did this year. That's what I believe, dude. That's what I believe. Like, you compare it, you take away the names. One guy beat 2 of the greatest fighters of all time in his weight class by KO inside 3 rounds. The other guy beat a guy who is, 3-2 in the UFC, Yuri Prohaska, right? Or 4-3. And he was struggling with Glover Teixeira. Another guy whose best win before he fought Glover Teixeira was fucking Jimmy Crute or Thiago Santos. And then another guy whose best win is Anthony Smith. Like, I just don't think those line up with each other. I think Pereira's done more in terms of star value, but Ilia Topuria, in terms of what he actually accomplished in 2024, this is his fucking year. We're going to be talking about 2024 Ilia Topuria. I believe he's the fighter of the year. I have him at number 1. Let me know down below, though. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? Who do you think is the fighter of the year or the MVP of the UFC in 2024? Is it Pereira? Is it Topuria? Is it Merab? Is it Dricus? Mate, I don't think it's Dricus, bro. I'm totally unbiased. I think it's Dricus, bro. I've never seen Ilia do a spinning back fist in my entire life, mate. I saw Dricus pull mount, spinning head kick, all that stuff, mate. I think he's the greatest fighter of all time, bro. Seriously, bro. There's going to be one guy in the comments from South Africa that's typing up a fucking essay about how Dricus is the GOAT. And you know what? I'm here for it. So let me know down below who is your fighter of the year. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel for more. I will be going live for UFC 310. I'll be doing a recap video as well right after the pay-per-view ends. So subscribe for all of that stuff if you're not already. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. I will see you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye.